Good afternoon, everyone. Hopefully we've got everybody in the room. Thank you all for spending an hopefully a very interesting design afternoon with us. I'm an architect by trade, so I purposely organized all this so it's like going back to school, so I can pretend I'm 22 again. Before we get going, I would like to begin by acknowledging the land on which we gather is situated upon the traditional territories of the Erie, Neutral, Huron-Wyandotte, and the Haudenosaunee and the Mississaugas. Today, this is still the home to many Indigenous people from across Turtle Island, and we are grateful to have the opportunity to work in the community on their territory. Remind everybody today the event is being recorded and is going to be posted on the city's website so the public can get a complete idea of the panels. So don't say anything you don't want recorded forever. Now, let me please join me in welcoming Mayor Fred EISENBERGER to begin the day.
Thank you very much, Ken, and what an exciting day to be here for me, and I think for many others in Hamilton that have been aspiring to these kinds of creative designs for quite some time. So it's really exciting to see, and I congratulate all of the six designer teams that have come together to show us what's possible. So very exciting day, and you know what? We know that the Harbour front, West Harbour and Pier 8, Pier 7, is a really great opportunity for the city to do a signature development public realm space piece that will hold the city in good stead for many decades. And as I said to some of you, it's been an overnight success, 25 years in the making. So here we are, and we're getting closer and closer to actually realizing a Pier 8 development that I think is going to be spectacular. I want to acknowledge Councillor Farr, who's here. Jason Farr, local councillor that's been working on the waterfront development during his time on council, as has others, and certainly all of the great staff that have been moving this project along. Chris Phillips and Ken and your design, your staff team have been doing some great work making all of this happen. And so thank you for all of that, and I really look forward to hearing some of the designs. Unfortunately, I can't stay. Now, a design competition, the last time I understand that Hamilton did a design competition was in 1920. So it's been a little while in getting back to a design competition, and it was done over the high-level bridge and the now recently renewed rock garden down, managed by the Royal Botanical Gardens. So probably high time we do one again, and it certainly has been very successful. But we have to thank the McNally Foundation for helping us support this and actually make this happen through their resources. They were able to provide the dollars that would provide you the dollars to actually pull this project together. So I want to thank them very much for their great effort. So on that note, I'm going to shut up, and I'm going to ask Graham McNally to come on up and say a few words on behalf of the foundation. And again, Graham, we thank you so very much for sponsoring this and making all this happen. And of course, the future of our waterfront is partly your responsibility and partly your effort to make this happen. So thank you so much.
Hello, everyone. My name is Graham McNally. I'm here representing the board of the Patrick J. McNally Foundation, the Charitable Foundation. I'm also here with my uncle Mike, who's just over there. The foundation was started by my grandfather to support and to help develop parks and open space in our community. Grandpa was a longtime contractor in town and had a very strong connection to Hamilton and to Burlington. So we've been really blessed with this opportunity to help the city of Hamilton, the city of Burlington, develop parks, open space, getting youth out into nature and giving people an opportunity to enjoy our city. So it's a great pleasure of ours to support this project, sort of kicking off the waterfront and setting the tone, I think, for the level of design and for the quality of the public space down at the waterfront. So when we heard that this opportunity existed and that there was an opportunity to do it as a design competition, we stepped forward, and we are very pleased with the results. Congratulations to all of the teams for these designs, Congratulations to Ken COIT and his team who pulled this off. It was a lot of work, I know. And congratulations to the city councilors who are here, and Mr. Mayor, for the leadership in seeing this process through to the end. I think that, it's going to be a great kickoff to the waterfront, which will be with us for many, many decades. So thank you very much, and I'm really looking forward to the presentations.
Good afternoon. My name's Chris Phillips. I'm the city's lead on the West Harbour redevelopment project, and I too would like to congratulate everybody who's here today, both the design firms as well as the members of the jury. More in particular, our General Manager of Planning and Economic Development, Jason Thorne, he's been a very large advocate and promoter and proponent of high-quality design in this process specifically, but also throughout the development process here in Hamilton. Unfortunately, Jason hasn't been able to be with us today, but he will certainly be watching on the Twitter feed. He's an avid tweeter and social media partner, and so he's out there, I'm sure, watching as he does from all sorts of different places. But Jason was one of the real key drivers along trying to reach out and go beyond what we've done in the past, and as the mayor recognized, looking to do an actual design competition. And his passion for that, as well as the passion of many other members of staff, was really supported, though, from our West Harbour Redevelopment Subcommittee at Council, which includes Mayor EISENBERGER, Councillor Aidan Johnson, who's the chair, Councillor Chad Collins, and Councillor Jason Farr. And in fact, I will mention that Councillor Farr was one of the first people who really looked at this process as being something that we should really kind of push for and try for. And he was a very large proponent, both the mayor and Councillor Farr. And I thank both of you for your ability to kind of look at something that we brought to the subcommittee and said, hey, although it hasn't been tried in quite a long time, this is a great place and a great area to do it. So we thank you for your support on that. I'd like to congratulate, of course, all the design teams for their work. I've been asked to give a quick review of the process to date and just kind of mention a bit of the staff who have been involved in the process. The 6 teams whose work you're going to see today were actually selected through a pre-qualification process from a group of 14 applicants earlier on in the year. They've been developing the design proposals you see today since May. We received the proposals last Tuesday, and staff have been working to review and prepare for today and the subsequent public consultation as we go forward. Gavin Norman, Ed English, Cynthia Graham, Kara Bunn, Ken COIT, and Donna Draws have all been reviewing the proposals to ensure that they meet the minimum requirements. And many of them are all here today. If you can just put up your hand just to acknowledge their hard work. Deidre Rosema, Ken COIT, Lisa Moyer, and Anna Lemaine have been working to plan today's event and the public consultation that follows today's event and the outreach that will happen over the next 2 weeks. So I want them to acknowledge for their support and their hard work. And I'd also like to thank Tina Ayako and Michael Kine, who were instrumental in developing the documents for this new design competition process today. Before I call Ken back, I would like to just say a real thank you to Ken COIT. Ken was actually instrumental in not only designing this process, but also really kind of reaching out and putting this whole idea and concept together. Ken's talents and skill set have been a great kind of foundation that we've all been able to build upon. Ken's normal job or day-to-day job in culture here at the city in public art is second to none, and the ability for us to utilize Ken's expertise, especially in this kind of field, was really good, considering Ken's really been doing this off the corner of his desk. And I just really think that it's really good for us to acknowledge not only the talent base that we have to work with at the City of Hamilton, but Ken, for all your efforts in getting us up to that point.